Hello and welcome to the fourth game. A's overlays have gone haywire. Findeed is with me. Nagano's with us all right now, and our thoughts are with him because he's 2-1 down. Let's correct these overlays, and Findeed, talk us through what we've seen so far and what we expect to see soon.
We saw a great game one from Nagano in which he, with his off-steer, managed to pit Isildur to the post with a great Panzer IV and Panther push against two AT guns, and managed to really dominant performance in that early game. And then Nagano tried something different for game two on Emily Fields, where he went for a USF build with two Greyhounds, but failed to make it work. We're now seeing, there was another game on Crossroads, a nice long match with Isildur as Soviets and Nagano as Austere, and we just saw a slight few misplays from Nagano led to the position we're now in with Nagano one game down against Isildur.
That's a fantastic recap, Finn. That's where we're at right now, and we're ready for yet another epic game featuring the two best players in the world on Crossroads. If you haven't heard it before, chat, I will replay the GCS 3 announcement after this game, so stick around if you've missed it. But you got a lot of exciting things and a lot of good stuff for the future as well, with 2v2 ideas coming around. I mean, 2v2 Commander Terminator would be fun. That's a good idea, Smarty. I've heard that before. Well, I will have some good stuff happening anyway. It's all going to be a lot of fun before CoH2 3 comes out. But before any of that right now, we have to settle who the best player in the world is this year. Is it Isildur again? Most likely, but let's wait and see.
It looks like it might be Isildur, but we've still got a strong chance for Nagano to bring this back and make it a 5-game series. We've got him with the Soviets in the south, and I think probably Soviets is his best faction. Maybe the best faction in the game, so it makes sense, but he's certainly very strong with them. He's gone
Findeed, the score is indeed 2-1 to Isildur. This is a best-of-5 series, meaning he has one hand on the trophy. He only needs one more win to claim ultimate victory.
He does indeed. We're seeing Nagano with an early pick for armoured assault tactics with that tried and tested radio intercept, so he's going to know most of the things that Isildur is doing. There's actually a little trick I learned from Quiritz when I was playing against him, that if you click on the notification, you can get an idea of where things are happening.
Yep, that's been in the game since CoH 1. When unit sniped popped up in CoH 1, Findeed, all you had to do was keep spamming the sniped pop-up, and you could find the location of the sniper and the direction of the sniper.
Yeah, some oversights there by the devs.
I did say it in the GCS 3 announcement that the community have done a very good job of elevating the game beyond what it was meant to be as a design, as a competitive game. I don't think
exactly. So it was originally sort of conceived as a storytelling sort of game by the devs who just liked World War II stories, based off of Band of Brothers, I seem to remember.
Yes, indeed. I think that's half the charm and half the battle for the competitive scene. I wouldn't have it any other way, because it would be too sanitary and too easy otherwise.
Yeah, definitely. It's that unpredictability of various things that makes this game exciting, because you never know what's going to happen.
Grenadiers behind heavy cover placed there recently. Just trying to battle out is Isildur, because Nagano's had a strong start here. Could we be heading to the Netherlands? And Milroad, yet another terrible impression by AE. I'm probably going to hang up the boots for this series at least. The Netherlands. There we go. I got it. The Netherlands.
There you go. You get in there. I can't do a Dutch accent. It's impossible.
All I can say is the Netherlands, and that's it.
The Netherlands.
There you go. You just have to butcher the middle part of the word. But again, I don't know if it's not racist to do impressions. I think that's the line of political correctness. It's the hill I will die on. Findeed. I will not cede any more ground to the death of comedy in the 21st century. Impressions are okay, unless you're saying something terrible about a particular set of people. Obviously, they're never okay. But impressions are. That's my hill. That's my. That's the debate over. Sorry, guys. We're gonna have to cast the game now. No, I don't want anybody to give me any other views.
Sorry, but I have to bring this up. I'm going to keep talking about it for the next 20 minutes.
Right. Conscripts push. Go on. What are you seeing?
Oh, I was just going to say, yeah, we've got a strong 3 Grenadier squad assault here against a prepared position, which has forced the conscripts away. Seeing a great start from Nagano, where he's got most of the map, despite having relatively few forces comparison to his austere counterpart.
Got an interesting mind behind this MG here. If Nagano's able to pressure this MG, he could end up with it, quite frankly.
Yeah, it's a great spot. I think there's also, well, there was a mine Nagano tried to put just outside the base of Isildur, but he might have swept that already.
Talking of which, mines detectors are available on the Tankovi Battalion Command building combat engineers. And you can tell I've had my second wind, indeed, as a caster, due to my change of beverages from caffeine to the old faithful. What'll probably be the death of AE, but is the improver of many AE casts. It is, of course, whiskey. And I've saved it all the way for the grand finals in this qualifying event. I think I get some kind of coin now.
I think it's fair. I mean, this is the grand finals. You owe it to the fans to have a little whiskey.
Thank you, Findu. T-70 is on its way. The MGs hit the mine and retreated with one man.
That's probably the best scenario that could have happened. You know, he's not got any squads to follow it up with, so keeps the MG, but gets with the mine. We do have a telemine actually in the mid, just left of the mid. Could be an interesting spot for the T-70.
Yes, because you can imagine the T-70 comes back that way after assaulting something. That is an interesting place to put it, to be honest.
It certainly is. I mean, yeah, we'll have to see how Isildur deals with that. He's got a minesweeper up, and it's sort of heading in that direction, but we'll see if he notices.
Oh, what a dodge by Nagano! He had individual sentient control of all 4 conscripts there. They parted like the Red Sea to that rifle made. He was ultimately forced off, but it was pretty cool at the time.
It was. I mean, it looks like maybe Nagano's having his second wind as well.
Well, there he is. What a better time to have it than right now. We could be heading to a 5th sliding ace game. Could be very hype. YouTube commenters are going to be saying Allied OP confirmed based on the statistical data collection that is watching one video.
Oh yeah, we're going to have 12 posts in Reddit saying OP, OP, OP.
Definitely. Honestly, it happens every time there's a final that goes to the 5th game or the 3rd game. I've watched this one video, and I am now qualified to say that this game is completely broken beyond doubt.
I've only ever played 4v4 against the AI, and I'm fully qualified to give my opinion.
Exactly.
I've been observing the situation. Nagano, or he's spotted it now, but he's been wandering around this telemine, but I think he's going to get it. Yeah,
finally, yes, indeed. Battle of the Minesweepers. Oh, it's a Minesweeper. They're going to hit each other with the frying pan straight to the face. Like Richie and Eddie from bottom. Joke only British people will get.
Oh, interesting player on this mine. I mean, he knows it's there, but he's still bringing the T-70 over.
He's going to destroy it with the T-70. If they can finish destroying Christmas, they'll move on to the T-70. There you go.
He now gets a little bit of light cover for his efforts.
Ah, that's true.
But really late 222 out. He probably wants it for the utility more than the ability to do, you know, killing and stuff with it. But
what an interesting game this is so far. This is more like it. You can tell we're in Jeopardy land now, where Isildur's one step away from being world champion. They're throwing it all out there. This isn't one of those pitched World War I engagements now. This is cool. This is fun to watch.
It is. It's been a very technical exercise between the two players. No massive punches being pulled, but lots of strategic positioning and laying of sandbags and interesting sort of movements.
T-70's got 5 kills already. He's having a good time. Vet 1 is going to appear above his head around about... Oh, for God's sake.
Classic curse. We're seeing a lot better utilisation of the T-70 by Nagano than we did by Isildur that last game, despite Isildur winning. It took them a long time to get this T-70 to pay for itself.
Right, in the centre, 222 pushes in. Both combat engineers are forced away over their own mine. They've planted another one north of the victory point. Nagano's had a dream start so far. He's not gotten a squad wipe, but he's exerted a lot of pressure.
Oh, a Maxim in the house. I like that play, actually. Yeah.
Sounds like he just arrived at the party.
Maxim in the house.
Oh, Pack 40's tracking the T70. 222's giving him sight. Oh, what a miss! So close.
That was very close. Very, very good brinkmanship there from Nagano.
Around a 1 in 3 chance to hit an attack round at max range, by the way. So there you go. Nagano rolls a 2 out of 3.
Yeah, Vance Maxim. I actually quite like it on this map because there's a very narrow area in the middle where you can utilise infantry pushes, and those MGs really, really do help holding on to this middle VP in the late game when this is kind of the only area you can harass and fight over. So getting that MG early can really help you vet up and use it throughout the whole match.
Tripwire flare put on the bush there. That's going to be very difficult to spot. It's like spotting a needle in a haystack, literally. I wonder if you can actually spot it. I'm sorry, guys. This is a fun mini game. Spot the needle in the haystack. If you can see the pause right now, guys. If you can see the tripwire flare, you can win a special prize. How about that?
What's the prize?
I don't know yet. That's why.
Prize is we think you're good.
Yes.
Things.
you get the prize of needle in the haystack coming here as 2 winner 2022. As the T70 reverses away, it's got Veterancy 2 now. Patch tracking it, but won't be able to attack it. Meanwhile, Nagano's just on a warpath. Look at the western map control he's gaining.
Yeah, it's great there. He's got the AT gun to counter the 222. He's got some conscripts and heavy cover. Got the T70 rotating that way now for some repairs and presumably going to hit because he knows the pack is in the right now, so he's going to keep transitioning from one side to another, keep his opponent off guard.
East side, conscripts capping the victory point now. Nagano's just had such a good game. Isildur's showing signs of faltering slightly, but I have noticed it, guys, that Company Heroes has a fatal curse with its kind of the psychology of playing big, high-level games with the Axis allies swapping. Basically, one side gets ahead, and then psychologically speaking, it's easier for that side to stay ahead because you're always gaining vengeance on your opponent, and you play a lot harder, and your back is up against the wall when the chips are down. So more often than not, when the guys are as equal as these two are, you head to deciding ace game, and all the other games kind of become a little bit functionary. They're just getting their steps along the way.
Exactly. It's almost like feeling each other out, and then this final game is the actual final.
Indeed. So the grand final of the grand final on Mill Road incoming. If Nagano can stay ahead, but maybe Isildur, who has beaten Nagano 3-1 in 2 grand finals before, maybe he can change that tail. Mine's very close to this 222. That could be dangerous.
Yeah, no mine sweep for the sea. It's going back to base. Brenz will find the first mine.
Good. Found it.
It's an interesting situation here when Nagano's managing to hold the map and trade pretty well with less pop cap, meaning he's going to have a resource advantage going into the late game.
T70's had a great game so far. 6 kills, Vet 2 doing well for itself. Combat Engineers take the garrison. Pack 40 sees it and backs out of there. Nope. .gif.
We've seen an isolated MG here on the right-hand side. It's going to get pushed off, I think, by the T70. Give Nagano an opportunity to cap these 3 points, further cementing his lead, and forcing Isildur, keep getting them mixed up, into the north.
I've been doing that a lot. They've got a similar play style, haven't they, in a sense? And have we been casting a long time? What time is it now? 10 past 6. We'll get it all, Finn.
We'll get it all.
Right, combat engineers doing some good work, barbed wiring up the sandbag, and they're just going to survey the arena for now. Isildur's gotten his 2 packs, 2 MGs out. lacking one pioneer due to the death in the early game.
That's true. I wonder if Isildur hasn't picked a doctrine yet, and it doesn't. Nagano's given away nothing to suggest of his doctrine. It looks like Isildur will wait and see what happens. We've got a T-34-85 in the build, which will give away his build. Sorry, his commander choice.
Right, double Grens in the east with an MG. That's how much Isildur's fighting to get out of this situation. Meanwhile, Pack has been led by the 222 into the centre. Got engagements in the west as well. As the MG's being hitting a mine or something explosive happened anyway.
222 in trouble on the right hand side.
One more shot and it's done for.
2 more shots.
Yep, there it is.
There he gets it though.
Machine gun needed.
Yeah, so we're going to have the 85 out and Panzer IV not in sight.
And that's just the strength of Nagano's start.
Yeah, he's only just now getting the building ready. Actually, 16 minutes in, Isildur only finally getting his last LMG, so been under the caution in munition terms as well.
Well, don't forget, we changed how Crossroads works for competitive. You can actually get the munitions of your opponent now. It's amazing.
Yeah, and one less strategic point, so that's a slightly less of a trickle. Well, the 85 having a bad start to this match.
Terrible start. Send him back to the Ural Mountain factories.
Going to need a rethink before he runs back into those double packs.
Well, it's been a triple cap for Nagano for a while. Look at Isildur's victory point count, 153.
Hey, right. I didn't see that before. That's impressive. That's
crazy.
That's aim strong style. That is really.
I can confirm that Crossroads is back for GCS3 because this has proven that the map improvements have actually changed Crossroads. I'm really chuffed. Because it was a really controversial element of the build-up to this ML Finals 2022 project. It was not a very well, it was not a settled issue whatsoever, but I think this has proven it's not the same map anymore.
No, you definitely got an opportunity to get those victory points early on and cement your lead before that late game hits and you're in the stalemate over the middle VP. We saw a lovely dodge of a rifleman with the Maxim getting out just in time to send that home with its crew intact.
Right, the Zis barrage has been pounding at the pack guns. They're forced away. We've finally got a Panzer IV coming out. What has the T-34-85 done in its time? It's prime in its window of opportunity. Nothing.
One kill. I guess that is still showing though that Nagano doesn't necessarily need this, and he's got such a dominant position that this tank is nice to have, and he's still gonna do well. But Nagano's had a great showing of being able to keep Isildur in this top north hand corner, coming in round this side. I mean, look at this T-70 action now. He's getting kind of bold with it, let's say.
Oof, what a shot that was from max range! Oh my! Well, it's a reconnaissance open flight for Isildur, seeing what he can see for this Panzer IV. That's very late to the party. That's not the Isildur to Pain. That's a very late entrance for the Panzer IV.
Yeah, I almost feel like he should have gone for something other than the Panzer IV because it was so late. You're going to see a second T-34-85 before, just as the first Panzer IV gets the field.
Well, we have the resources for it. I mean, he could have started building it.
I wonder if he's going to go for the IS-2.
Ooh, now we're talking.
That
would be cool.
Yeah.
Saturday escape hype though. Mill Road, let's go.
Yeah, it'd be good to see Mill Road. It's a great map.
Somebody that is a subscriber to me, click the AE name on Twitch, go to the VOD, and go through the games and add up the victory point counts for the winners. MG was alive without any crew there for a second. Oh, that's a bad crew. Oh my, what are you doing, Isildur? I want to find out who's got victory point control, because they'll have, of course, faction choice on Mill Road in Game 5.
I have a feeling that with this dominant position that Nagano's in right now, with 480 498 even. I feel like he might win just because of this game.
Yeah.
You know, in the decider.
Yeah, I think you might have a really good shout there. I'd be very surprised if it wasn't Nagano.
I wonder which faction he'll choose.
Mill Road. Gotta go USF or Soviet, surely.
Yeah, that's what I think. Ooh.
Mind you, OKW's good on that map, but the T-70's in a lot of trouble. Panzer IV's going to track ground, maybe. Oh, come on, Izzy, you got to take that shot, son.
He's going to drive in, but he's not going to. Yeah.
He was going to go all the way around the south. Still might, actually. Yeah, he knows he might have lost this, so he's going to go in regardless. He attacks the logistics empire of Nagano, going for the Casbah. What is he thinking?
Not the beer, not the wine.
Oh, I know, it's all asunder right now.
We have 50 points remaining.
It is becoming critical.
We have 50 points remaining.
Oh,
We have lost an MGT.
This barrage is doing so well. Second T-34 is finally on its way. 49 victory points remain. Look at this conscript. He's capped the victory point yet again. But we do have Isildur going for the eastern victory point. Maybe he'll make one final stand on Crossroads.
yeah, we know that Isildur can still be very, very dangerous despite being lower on pop cap and in a bad position. He's capable of these all-in pushes which take his opponent off guard. Have to be careful with the AT guns.
You really do. Right then. What's happening? We've got movement of tanks. I've got a new T-34 on my screen. We've got the existing one being double repaired. And he has crew repairs. He could use that for extra repair speed. Vet 3 T-70 with 9 kills finds the Grenadier behind the heavy cover tractor. Nagano is in command and in control. He gets the central victory point again, and the bleed begins once more for Isildur.
It does indeed, and Nagano utilising sprint on his conscripts just to get into that capping circle. He, you know, even faster. He knows that it's going to be a tough win. Even if he's in a dominant
trouble.
position.
Oh dear, can he get behind the log pile? Can he survive? He needs to drive behind it and stay behind it. Panzer IV can't find what he wants.
He needs to be careful now because he's got a lot of stuff in his retreat path, possibly.
Some good kills on the conscript there. T-34 showing its face against the Pioneers. Isildur's gonna cap multiple victory points. He's going for the fuel by accident here with the MG. Of course, because you're so used to playing traditional Crossroads.
Yeah, interesting little mistake there. Maybe that's what he wants. I don't think it is, but
to be honest, if he overextended with the MG, it's probably better to cap fuel anyway, to be honest.
yeah, you're right.
Panzer IV reverses after T-34. We've got a sprinting Gren as well to help the situation.
Yeah, we see Isildur because he's down on forces, having to transition everything over to the left-hand side, and he's making the right side vulnerable.
Right, double victory points caps for Nagano still. 31 and dropping for Isildur. Get this, Nagano's lost 7 VPs this game.
Crazy, isn't it?
What a game.
It just goes to show that whenever someone comes along and is dominant for a period of time, one of these other players comes up and matches it.
This could finally be Nagano's World Championship win. The one he's waited for so long.
Yeah, he's probably got more hours in this game than most other players, to be honest, with his CoH2 hours in combined.
There are some people in chat that have less hours in life than Nagano has in this game.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Oh, he's going for a crush on the Grint! It looked like he had it, but then they jumped in the house magically.
Isildur was hoping to get a Faust out on the T-34, but actually, yeah, it's kind of hard countered by the possibility of a crush. Didn't even see this Katusha building.
No.
19 VPs left.
Panzer IV hits a mine. Just before the mine supers get there, T-34 is going to take out for sure. Go stationary. Lines up the shots. And it's a kill.
Yeah, and the AT gun on the right-hand side has been taken out as well, which means that these... Yeah, that's game. We can see Gren go down, the AT gun down.
GG, well played, everybody. We're heading to a deciding ace game for this year's World Championships for Company of Heroes. Made by the Master League and all you beautiful patrons and fans in chat. We're going to take the 2 best players in the world and we're going to go to a 5th deciding ace game on Mill Road. As a community, we have proven time and time again that Company of Heroes is a spectacle like no other. We've got a classic Company of Heroes death struggle! With fingers around his throat, Inca tries to break the knuckles of Love Nest, and it's a race for the finish. 4 victory points each! Everything get over the line! They've got to keep it going! We have already shown that we can come together to elevate this game to competitive standards it was never designed to achieve. But now it's time to show that we can have some fun in doing so. Welcome to the after party. GCS3 will be a fantastic 4-player event, live and in person, featuring fan favourite players such as Helping Hands, Elpern, The Angry Dutchman, with more to be announced. They'll be playing surrounded by the fans that fund these events, drinking beer, having fun, and enjoying Company of Heroes amongst the community. Now to talk more about the venue and the host country, we'll go over to my esteemed co-organiser, Coolio.
Hello, my name is Coolio, and it is my pleasure to invite you to Denmark to enjoy the 3rd Grand Championship Series. The competition will be held over the course of 2 days, at a clubhouse to a fishing resort. The venue is located just north of the town of Billund, the home of the Lego brick. This event has been in the making for a long time. I hope you're tuning in on the 28th of May.
And so there you have it. It's going to be in Viking Land, Denmark. And not only do you have this awesome community-focused tournament to look forward to, but you also have a unique opportunity to win one of these tins. This is the first time I've seen that these tins are available to the wider public. They're made by Relic, and they're for Company Heroes 3, and they include so much good merchandise. You can see the flag behind me and several other things, bells, and indeed genuine whistles. It's a really cool opportunity. There will be 5 of them being given away in the chat, I'm going to do a World War II in Company of Heroes quiz where you get one question after every game of GCS 3. And if you get all the answers right, one of those tins could be yours. Thanks for watching, and I hope you're looking forward to GCS 3, the third installment of the most prestigious tournament series in Company of Heroes history. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you soon.